Hey beauty bosses, did you know that the global beauty industry is expected to reach a whopping $580 billion by 2027? And it's still growing. That means more opportunities than ever before for beauty entrepreneurs like you to turn your passion into profit. Welcome CEOs. Here is where we empower entrepreneurs like you to build thriving beauty businesses. Now, whether you're freshly trained or dreaming of becoming a bridal makeup artist, launching a cozy home hair studio like me, or building your lash artistry side hustle, today's video is for you. Now, let's be real, starting out can feel quite overwhelming. I know, I've been there, but don't worry, I've got you covered. A solid pre-launch strategy is the key to setting yourself up for success, and I'm here to help you avoid those mistakes that I made in the beginning as a beauty entrepreneur. Hi everyone, I'm Sonam Mir, and I'm a licensed hairstylist and makeup artist based in the Greater Toronto area, and my journey began in 2009 as a mobile bridal artist, and then I went on to becoming a beauty educator, and now I run my own home studio, Doll Me Up Beauty Lounge. What happened was when the pandemic hit and the lockdowns happened, it actually forced me to think deeper, and it really inspired me to reinvent my business and really just evolve. I started to realize all the things I could have done differently in the beginning of my career, and I just needed some more work-life balance. So I had to embrace change and set up my home studio, which allows me to work from a stationary location. And then I shifted my focus to color services such as balayage and lived-in color, as well as healthy hair treatments. Now, I still offer makeup services and lots of one-on-one classes, but I just don't travel anymore and I just don't work Sundays. It felt like starting a fresh new chapter and a total reinvention. And within 3 months, I was fully booked out because of this pre-launch strategy. A lot of my students kept asking me, how did I do this so quickly? How did I gain new clientele so quickly with hair? And then I realized this strategy could apply to them and most beauty businesses. Now, I have been in the beauty world for over a decade, and I've learned through every mistake, every misstep, and of course, every victory. Unfortunately, I didn't have any guidance when I started, no social media to lean on, and no mentor to turn to. So I had to find my way. But now that I'm here to share it all with you, so you don't have to go through it alone. In this video, we'll dive into essential steps you need to take to launch your beauty business, from creating buzz to attracting dream clients to building a loyal customer base. So if you're ready to turn your passion into a profitable business, grab a notebook and let's get right into it. Number 1, putting together your tools for success. Now, one of the first things you need to do when starting out your beauty business is investing in the right tools. Of course, we all know that, right? But this can feel like a big expense up front. It kind of gives you a little bit of anxiety in the beginning. But honestly, having high quality, reliable tools will make your job easier and ensure you create flawless results for your clients from the get-go. But here's the mistake I made when I started. I spent way too much money on trendy products that weren't actually useful in my day-to-day work, and I got so caught up with brand names and fancy labels instead of focusing on what really mattered. I also fully didn't understand my clientele yet, which turned out to be predominantly South Asian brides at the time. Now that meant I needed specific colors, textures, and formulas to suit their needs. If I had identified my ideal client earlier, I would have saved so much money by only investing in the right products. That's why knowing your ideal client is so crucial. It actually helps you build your tools that actually serves the people that you want to work with. And over time, I realized I had a set of staple products that just worked so well, and I didn't have to travel with this unnecessary massive kit everywhere I went. And honestly, most of the time I just forgot what I had anyways, because there was just so much. It just acted like unnecessary clutter. I ended up wasting so much money on items I barely use, which I eventually had to get rid of. So now I keep an inventory on all my tools and my go-to essentials, and only really try new products occasionally to stay updated without overspending. Honestly, all about balance. Now, here's a tip. If you need help designing your kit, consider reaching out to a beauty professional you really admire and book a coaching call with them or a consulting call. Yeah, it might cost you a little bit upfront, but trust me, it'll be worth it. You'll know exactly what to buy and you'll save so much money in the long run. And if you're starting a mobile bridal makeup or bridal hair business, I've got you covered. Get a hold of my free bridal beauty business checklist to help you make sure that you're fully prepared. And I've listed it in the description below. If you need personalized guidance, feel free to reach out to me for a kit audit and a consultation call. I've done so many of these sessions with my students, and they ended up saving so much money while building an extensive, well-curated kit to start their career. So guys, invest wisely from the beginning and plan ahead, and build a kit that supports your success. Number 2, underpricing yourself as an artist. Thinking about pricing, I know how intimidating it can be when you're just starting out. You might think setting your rate super low will attract more clients, but let me tell you from experience, it's actually going to do the total opposite. When I started in 2009, I charged $75 for a bride and $35 for a bridesmaid. And this was like obviously in 2009, which was ridiculously low even for that time. I know I should have been celebrating the moment I finished my first gig, but reality hit me so hard. I realized how much time, effort, and skill went into this job. And honestly, you have to be like a psychologist. I honestly felt so cheap, and it was not a good feeling. So here's what I learned. When you price yourself too low, you're not just undervaluing your own skills, you're actually undervaluing the entire industry. You've spent countless hours and invested real money in developing your craft. This work is physically demanding, and it takes up your weekends, your time with your family, and even your sleep. So you deserve to be paid for that. At the same time, I'm not saying overprice yourself either and overinflate like your ego. Know your skill level, do your research, and set fair competitive rates. One of the best things you can do when starting out is market research. Look at what other artists are charging in your area, who might be also in their first couple years of business, and really see what their pricing is like. Now, here's the bottom line. Value yourself, set prices that reflect your expertise, and deliver the kind of quality that sets you apart. Now, when you charge what you're worth, you'll attract the right clients and the ones who really truly respect your talent and are happy to pay for it. Number 3, setting up your business structure. Now, let's talk about something that can truly level up your beauty business: incorporation, or incorporating your business. If you're serious about building a long-term sustainable career in beauty, incorporating your business is a game changer, especially here in Canada. Now, if you're in the US, I believe you'd be setting up an LLC. So when I first started, I immediately incorporated because I realized the benefits were huge. Firstly, tax savings. Incorporating can offer so many tax advantages that can help you keep more of your hard-earned money. I don't need to say anything. Secondly, credibility and growth for your business. Banks and lenders and even potential clients take you more seriously when you're a registered corporation. This can make it easier for you to secure business loans, grants, and funding opportunities in the future. Next, asset protection. This is a big one. Incorporating separates your personal assets from your business. So this means if something goes wrong, whether it's legal issues or unexpected business debts, your personal finances stay protected. Now, let me be clear. I'm not a lawyer or an accountant, but this is what my financial team advised me when I started out, and honestly, it was one of the best decisions I ever made. So if you're just getting started operating as a sole proprietor, that's totally fine. But if you're really serious about growth, stability, and long-term success, I highly recommend speaking to a legal and financial expert to see if incorporating is the right move for you. Building a beauty business is more than just artistry. It's also about making smart business decisions. So if you're ready to take things to the next level, this is definitely something to consider. Number 4, business insurance. Oh my gosh, it is so freaking important. Honestly, I cannot stress this enough. No matter how small your business is, you absolutely need business insurance. Now, whether you're a bridal makeup artist traveling from venue to venue, a PMU artist working from your home studio, or a skin therapist treating clients in a rented space, accidents can happen. And if and when they do, you don't want to be caught without any protection. Let me give you some real life scenarios of why business insurance is so crucial. Scenario number 1, your client can have an allergic reaction. What a nightmare. Now, imagine you do a bridal trial and everything seems fine, but the night before the wedding, the bride calls you in a panic and her skin is red, swollen, and irritated from a product that you may have used, I don't know, like a day before for the rehearsal dinner. Now, without insurance, you could be held liable for medical costs, even damages if she decides to take legal action. I know, pretty scary, Scary, right? All right. Scenario number 2, equipment disaster. If you're setting up for a wedding and your airbrush machine, say it falls off the table and breaks, or your expensive PMU machine suddenly malfunctions mid-service, insurance can actually help cover the cost of replacing and repairing essential equipment, which could save you from massive unexpected expenses. Scenario number 3, client injury. Now, say a client trips over your light stand while getting out of your chair and injures themselves. Even though it wasn't your fault, they could sue you for medical expenses and lost wages. So a solid insurance policy ensures you're not paying out of pocket for situations like this. Now, if you're wondering where to get covered, I personally use Zen Insurance. They have pretty competitive rates and their service has been great, and they protect everything that I mentioned. Plus, they offer some additional perks like a legal hotline. It's a certain number you can call in for some advice, legal advice specifically, but I just want to mention that this video isn't sponsored by them. I'm just sharing with you what I use personally, and in case you want to check them out. I've also never really had to file a claim, thankfully. It gives me a little bit of peace of mind. So guys, don't wait until something happens to realize how important insurance is. Look into beauty industry insurance policies and insurers before you get started, and make sure you are covered. You've worked way too hard to let one accident set you back.
Number 5, start creating your online presence. Now, one of the biggest mistakes I see new beauty entrepreneurs make is overthinking their online presence. They get caught up in needing a fancy website and a professionally designed logo or the perfect branding colors before they even start posting. Let me tell you right now, you don't need any of that to get started. Start with setting up your social media accounts. Now, I know this may seem very obvious to you, but it's the easiest and fastest way to get in front of potential clients. Through Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, even Pinterest, showcase your work. If you want to build authority and have a lot to share, long-form content, YouTube is a great platform for that. Just start where your ideal client hangs out and focus on showing up consistently. The key takeaway here is start thinking like a marketer. You are not just a makeup artist, a nail tech, or a lash tech. You are a full-time marketer for your own business. Your content should include, but not limited to, before and after transformations, educational tips and tricks, for example, skincare prep before a makeup appointment, your personal journey as a beauty business owner, a clear menu of your services and how clients can book you. Instagram has a great feature where you can actually create an inquiry form and get BTS clips of you working. Get used to filming content and do not hide your face on social media. Just get into the habit of capturing B-roll footage. I will make a whole other video about filming equipment and my personal struggles with it, but I made this mistake early on and I was honestly so shy. I would just post my work and stay completely behind the scenes. And guess what? It took forever for people to notice me. The moment I started showing my face, talking about my work, and showcasing my personality and who I am, I made more meaningful connections and, well, got more bookings. And here's why. Clients want to connect with you, the person behind the brushes, the lashes, or the treatments. They want to see and feel your energy, hear your voice, and feel like they know you before they book you. So don't be afraid to show up. What showing up will bring you are tons of networking opportunities. So don't neglect this, because if you're not networking, you're actually missing out big time. Each day, make a list of professionals you wish to collaborate with, photographers, hairstylists, florists, and event planners, and reach out to them. Introduce yourself and tell them what you do. It can really open doors to amazing opportunities. We're all aware word of mouth is gold in this industry, and connecting with people in person or through online DMs will lead you to more referrals, partnerships, and dream clients. Put yourself out there. The moral of the story: don't wait for everything to be perfect before you start. Get online, show up, network, and start positioning yourself as a go-to beauty expert in your niche. Your future clients are already searching, so you just need to show them why you are the one that they should book.
Number 6, set up your communication practices like a pro. Let me tell you, poor communication can absolutely hinder your business growth. You could be the most talented artist in the game, but if you don't respond to inquiries in a timely and professional way, potential clients are just going to move on. So step 1, timely responses are key. I've learned this the hard way, unfortunately. Taking too long to reply or forgetting to follow up costs you bookings. The best way to avoid this: set aside some dedicated time daily to check your messages, whether it's emails, Instagram DMs, or texts. Staying on top of your communication will set you apart from other artists who ghost their inquiries. Step number 2, create email and message templates in advance. Rewriting the same responses over and over is such a waste of time. I used to do that in the beginning, but instead create templates for common inquiries, pricing info, availability, booking policies, etc. You can even set up automated responses on Instagram and Facebook these days so clients can receive an instant acknowledgement before you personally reply and turn them into future clients. So a little bonus tip, always capture their name and email address, even if they don't book right away. This helps you build an email list so that you can nurture leads and turn them into potential future clients. Step number 3 of setting up your communications, honestly, set up consultations with your clients or potential clients. Now, I know we live in a world of quick DMs and texts, but I'm a little old school. So when a new client is interested in booking, I honestly prefer to hop on a quick phone call or a Zoom call. Why? Because it helps me understand their needs, it gives them a chance to feel comfortable with me, and it ensures we are actually a good fit for each other. Not every client will be a great match, and that's okay. Just handle it with professionalism and grace. A quick consultation can really prevent misaligned expectations and save you from potential headaches later. Step 4, booking confirmations. They are a must. Once a client books, confirm their appointment immediately. You can do this through a calendar invite, a booking app like FreshUp, again, not sponsored, it's just what I've used in the past, and perhaps a contract or a booking policy checklist. Some bookings may require a signed agreement like bridal hair and makeup or a deposit before finalizing. I'll do a whole separate video on contracts and policies, but trust me, you don't want to skip this step. Actually, you don't want to skip any of these steps, to be honest. But step number 5, follow-up and relationship building. Your job isn't over once the service is done. A simple thank you message after their appointment goes such a long way. Let them know you appreciated their business and ask if they'd be willing to leave a review, and encourage referrals. A little bonus pro tip, take note of their wedding date, birthday, or wedding anniversary. Send them a quick happy birthday or congratulations on your wedding anniversary. This kind of messaging makes clients feel so valued and keeps you on top of their mind for future bookings. My final thought for this segment, great communication isn't just about responding quickly. It's about building trust, showing professionalism, and creating long-term client relationships. Set up these simple practices early on, and I promise you, your beauty business will thrive. And there you have it, my top tips for avoiding beginner mistakes and having an actual pre-launch strategy as a beauty entrepreneur. Which one resonated with you most? Let me know in the comments below, and if this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more beauty business tips and stories and discussions with other CEOs of the 6, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Until next time, keep shining and building your dream business.